Welcome back to another episode of FC Mobile Season 19 Manager Mode. And we have already finished up the defensive tactics. Well, not all of them, but we finished up at least half of them, or at least the good half, is what I'm going to call it. So, last time out, I told you guys what the build-up tactics were, and I showed you our final product for the build-up, and there were quite a few good tactics to choose from, and right now, we are in a pretty good state right now. I have to say our results have improved. The ratings are continuously going up. And we're competing with some high-level teams, so that's a good sign to see. But first and foremost, I do want to say we are going back through the defense to the offside trap. So we didn't do the offside trap version of the defense. We are going through that right now. So that's going to take a little time. But in terms of defensive for cover, let's go over that, because there were 6 tactics that completely passed my test, as I call it, with flying colors. So I'm going to show you just 6 of them that really did well for me. So the first one we're going to start off with, this, which got us 46 points, 40% winning percentage, and a goal difference of 8. In 30 matches we've conceded 8, or in 30 matches we've conceded 43 goals. So it's a little bit up there in terms of how many goals you want to concede per match, but I mean it's still a little less than 1.5 goals. So it's not terrible. So that is the first tactic. As you guys can see, I mean, 12 wins out of 30, not bad. 46 points from 30 matches, pretty good as well. That's a little bit over 15 per 10 matches, which essentially, if you guys haven't noticed, the way I do points is if I say it passes all of it or it's past it, what it means is that if you went to Legendary 1 and you had to stay up, not to get promoted, but to stay up in that division, you need 15 points. That's the most points you need to stay up in the division. So if you can stay up with, averaging 15 points per division, I think that's good enough points. So yeah, 46 points for this one. So it's just about on target. Again, it did score 51 goals. So keep in mind that that's been pretty good. Now let's go over to this one. So here we go, and I'm showing you. This is the second tactic I'm going to show you. I'm saving the last 2, which are my best 2. But as you can see, this one does have a little better in terms of winning percentage. So this tactic won 14 out of 30 matches, one less than 50%. Like, that's pretty good. 47 points, 1 point above that. And once again, we did score 51 goals. However, we conceded 44. So similar to the one we just showed in terms of stats. But we'll see. It does the job. Again, another one that did the job very similar is this. It had 11 out of 30 wins, so a little bit above 35%, which is our minimum. 46 points, again, pretty good. Same as the first one. It only scored 37 goals, but we did only concede 38. We only scored 47, but we did concede 38 goals. So, in terms of goals conceded, that's going to be on the lower side of what we've seen so far. So, that's probably a good thing, right? So, that's some of the stuff, you want to see throughout. Looking next. Not anything there. And here we go. This is the last one before I get into my 2 main ones, and I'll tell you why. But here we go. So this tactic. If that'll work. Surprisingly, this did well. Once again, 47 points, similar to the point ranges that we've had before. Had 13 out of 30 wins, so 43%. So pretty good in terms of winning percentage. Again, goals scored 48, so not necessarily on the higher side. It's pretty much average, I'd say. But again, conceding 38 goals is pretty on the lower side. That's what we like to see. So yeah. Now, there's one thing. There's two tactics I want to show you, and they're very similar to each other. It's funny enough, they're very similar to each other. I'll show you the one that isn't in my starting lineup yet, but it made a good run for it. That's what I will say. It made a very good run for it. So, this one. This was one of the tactics that we found. Actually, it's this. Yeah. So, this tactic right here. First of all, the first thing is 15 out of 30 matches. So, 50% win percentage. That is insane. That is what you kind of want to see. Next off, we look at the points. 55 points. That means you would basically get promoted twice and you stay in the division. So at a minimum for us, if we use this tactic, when we use this tactic, we would pretty much be like maybe a point or two away from getting promotion. There's a high % chance we'd get promotion with this. Then let's look. Goals scored, 37 goals. Not great attacking wise, but the reason why I highlight this one out, goals against 28. That means this. So yeah, you're in that right. In 30 matches, we only concede 28 goals. So a little less than about 1 goal per match. That's pretty good. Let me tell you, that is pretty tough, especially with the teams, especially with some of the players and cards that you see in terms of attacking wise. That is insane to do. And I will comfortably say, I do have a good defense, but I don't think my defense is necessarily a lockdown defense. This is a lockdown tactic, though. So, this is one I put my stamp on. I say, this is definitely one you guys should try out. And then the other one, which I currently use, which I still use. Well, I don't use it but you get what I'm saying. I use this one to do build up, to do offensive anyways. Is the OG one. It's this one. And this one, let me tell you that this tactic is something else, right? First of all, 56 points, so very similar to the last one. 16 out of 30 matches we did win, so 53% winning percentage. Again, that's stuff that you have to dream of. These are what we call FC champion numbers. Goals conceded, 32. So, a little bit over a goal conceded, a little bit over 1 goal conceded. That's pretty good. However, that's not the big thing. The big thing is this. 53 goals scored with this tactic. 53 in 30 matches. So we're almost averaging 2 goals per match. That is pretty good in the long run of things, right? I think you want to. I think your target's like 40 or around 40 to 45. That's like target this. That's you're having a good offensively display. 53 is different levels. That's again. This is what we call FC champion numbers, right? These are what you need. If you want to get the FC champion, these are the tactics that are going to help you, because these two defensive tactics that I've shown you, those are FC champion numbers. And, we just got done, and I felt like I had to tell you guys these two tactics, because if you're struggling, it seems like these two tactics, if you're not using tactics like this, these two tactics could change your defensive setup. And obviously, you guys know how my team is set up. So if you have the same setup as my team, it seems like this is the way to go. If you don't, still try it out, because with these numbers, I'm sure they will somewhat work for it. They'll work for most formations. But anyways, there you go. There's a bunch of new defensive tactics, at least the best ones that I covered. That I covered in cover, ironically, but there you have it. Anyways, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.